A brand new season of Expedition Unknown premieres Wednesday, October 9th, and I'm joined now via Zoom by the host and executive producer of this series, Josh Gates. Josh, how are you?
I'm really well, thanks. Good talking to you.
Yeah, you as well. So, Josh, for people that have not maybe yet tuned into a season of the show, I know it's been around for a while. Can you give them kind of just a rough idea of what exactly this is?
Sure, Expedition Unknown takes our viewers around the world to incredible archaeological sites, to jungles, to deserts, to oceans, to work alongside archaeologists and explorers that are making really incredible discoveries. So the show is very much an archaeological adventure.
An archaeological adventure. I like that. Now, why would you say it was important for you specifically to maybe be such an integral part of the show, knowing that you're the host and the executive producer?
Well, look, I think we all love an adventure. We all yearn to travel. We all yearn to kind of get out into the world. And we also, I think, all love a mystery. Our brains are kind of hardwired to love the unknown. And so I think my job on the show in many ways is to act as a vessel for the viewer to have this enthusiasm and this excitement to go to these places and meet these explorers that are doing this remarkable work. And so I really see myself as a companion for the viewer to be out there and to have a sense of wonder and excitement, which I really do about these stories, because these explorers are finding such incredible things.
Yeah, I like that approach that you say because I feel like it kind of invites the viewer in. It makes it feel like they're a part of the journey, right? So what's really cool is that I understand that in this brand new two-part season premiere, you guys traveled to Petra, Jordan. So tell me what that experience was like for you.
Yeah, so Petra is a remarkable ancient city in the deserts of Jordan. It was built a few thousand years ago by a civilization called the Nabateans. And even if you don't think you know this place, you probably do because it was used as the fictional final resting place of the Holy Grail in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. So we all remember that incredible rock-cut building from Indiana Jones. That building is known as the Treasury, and it is one of the new seven wonders of the world. It is this really famous place, and yet there's a lot we don't know about it. We don't even really know what it was used for. And so we're going to be working with archaeologists to dig under that building, which is a real once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to take our viewers to chambers and places that have not been seen in a few thousand years.
Yeah, you touched on something important there, which was that this is one of the new seven wonders of the world. How amazing is it to actually get to visit one of those sites?
It's incredible. Petra is one of these places that does not disappoint. There are places in the world that we've all seen in movies and TV shows, and then you go there and they don't always live up to your vision or your expectation of them. Man, Petra is a stunner. You really do have to access the city through this mysterious slot canyon. And then it is this huge, carved, incredible city on this rose-colored walls of these canyons. And it just takes your breath away. So every day that we were there filming, I would kind of look up and have to, pinch myself to say, I cannot believe I'm really here excavating at this site.
Yeah, yeah. Now, something that I find fascinating is, archaeology is something that a lot of people maybe don't understand or just something that a lot of us will never really get to experience in our lifetime to the magnitude, at least that the show explores. So what do you kind of hope or think that people will take away after watching this show?
One of the things I think that's really important for us to communicate is how much of our shared human history and shared human story we're still trying to understand. I have kids who come to me and say, hey, are there still things to discover in the world? We all have these kind of magical phones in our pocket that we can punch any address into Google Maps and we can pull up any information we want on Wikipedia. But there are places in the world where we don't know the whole story. And I think it's important to share that sense of unknown and mystery with people because it can inspire people, especially kids, to understand, wow, there are things out there we really still need to learn about our world. And so that's a big part of the mission of the show.
Yeah. Now, speaking of still needing to learn, I know that you've been, like I said, such an integral part of the show. It's been around quite some time. Do you still kind of find yourself in awe and wonder, even, still seeing new sites kind of now as you guys are filming and going through this series?
I really do. Like when we get out to these digs, I feel like I'm 12 years old, digging down at these pits, finding the entrance to a tomb, finding an ancient coin or a piece of pottery that nobody's touched in 2,000 years. It is this electric feeling. So I think viewers sense that when they watch the show. I'm like a kid in a candy store at these sites. I get really excited about the process, and that we hope that enthusiasm translates through to the viewer.
Hey, I love that. Seeing the world with a childlike wonder. There's not a better way to kind of see the world, in my opinion. Well, Josh, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me. An all-new season of Expedition Unknown premiering October 9th on the Discovery Channel and also available to stream on Discovery Plus and Max.